Ladies and gentlemen, he's a 15-year radio vet. He's Elkhart native, comedian, legend. He's a great guy. Great beard, too. Great beard. Carl Dean!
Woo!
All right, how's it going? Jesus fucking Christ, get the energy. I thought we delayed the show, and I thought to myself, you know what? Let them drink. It's fine. The more drunk they are, the funnier we are. But fuck, you guys are a really long ways away. I'm gonna have to be careful not to piss you off. In the theme of Obi-Wan, you have the high ground. That's a terrible fucking joke. Okay, so I love being out here. I love this property. It's amazing. Celebrating two of my favorite things in the world, which is comedy and marijuana. I'm trying to figure out what the young kids call pot these days, but fucking A, man, let's give it up for Michigan.
Woo!
Got some shit right in a really bad time, didn't they?
Yeah, we got it right.
Where's my folks from fucking Indiana?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, me too. I understand. We'll,
Come here, though.
yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute, but it's become my new thing at 32 years old. I became a pothead. I know that's normally like the opposite of what happens. Usually you become a pothead in your 20s and you clean up in your 30s. No, fuck that shit. I'm getting started late. I'm going to make it go hard, and I'm going to make it go long. I get high probably just about every night. And last night I was so high that I actually injured a testicle trying to use myself as a towel rack. For the record, I succeeded, but that's not the point. It was a hand towel. I figure that's the medium size of towels. I'm not trying to oversell or undersell anything on this one. It hasn't quite been the same since, but marijuana is also the reason why I saw the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie in theaters 3 times. I was in California with a bunch of friends who do a lot of professional installs, whatever. We're doing a millionaire's house, and it was really cool. He gave us some money. He's like, you guys go out, have some fucking fun for the evening. So we went to what was at the time our very first dispensary. I had not ingested any form of THC to that point in probably about 10 years. I don't know what the fuck's going on with you kids these days and the shit that you're mixing together. So I went up to the bud tender, which was a new concept, and said, we want some edibles, we want a couple of pre-rolls. What do you suggest? She gave us a couple tins of gummies. And right before we left, I said, how many of these gummies do people usually take? Or how much of this do people usually take? And she said 5. That's the quote.
Fuck that.
She gave me one number. That number was 5. We go to downtown West Hollywood, and we decide we're going to go see a movie. Have to go see Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Because they took it back and fixed it for us because the internet complained, and that's good behavior. You respond to good behavior. Positive reinforcement, right? They fixed it for you. You got to go see it. I'm like, guys, we know this movie's going to fucking suck. Let's get fucking stoned while we're in there. Pop open the tin of edibles. Count out 1, 2, 3. Always take less than the suggested amount the first time. I think that's probably an introductory thing. Most people that have done drugs know that. You don't want to take the full amount. So we took 4 each. Sat down in the theater and had the trip of a fucking lifetime. I saw a movie through a lens that I'd never seen it before. I was physically witnessing the movie. I was hearing the movie. I was then seeing the production behind the movie, and then I was actually absorbing the movie. I was fucked. Movie lasts, I don't know, 2 hours. Make our way out from the movie to the restaurant where my 3 friends and I, stoned up our ass, proceeded to spend $1,200 on one dinner for 3 of us. The next day, as we were trying to decide what we were going to do, I looked at the tin and realized that each gummy is 5 milligrams. She meant most people take 1. We each took 4. It was one of the most intense fucking experiences of my life. And then when I figured it out, I was like, guys, we have to go see the movie again using indica instead of sativa, because that's a thing. Because I need to know if maybe the movie's only bad because I saw it when I was fucked up the first time. So I saw it fucked up a second time. The movie still fucking sucked. The very next day, I'm like, all right, we're gonna mix it. We're gonna take 2 of one, 2 of another. We're gonna go see it again. The movie still fucking sucked. Then I came back to Indiana by the time that it had come out, and I can tell you that Sonic the Hedgehog is a horrible fucking movie. What is one of the better comedies you will ever see when you're stoned? Stick with me on this one. It's Braveheart. Specifically Braveheart with my wife. I gave her 3 squares of chocolate, 5 milligrams each, about 15 milligrams. She is fucking stoned. And we are watching Braveheart, and there's that great scene right towards the beginning where a young girl picks up a thistle off the ground and offers it to the young Mel Gibson as he's leaving the town forever. She then became, for the rest of the movie, according to my wife, the thistle bitch. Every fucking time, there's the thistle bitch. I wonder what the fucking thistle bitch is doing. And then the fucking thistle bitch gets murdered. That was a great scene for all of us, that the thistle bitch basically just got killed for no goddamn reason. And I said in that moment, as Mel Gibson, whose accent was terrible, I said, do you ever think the world will forgive Mel Gibson for his terrible Scottish accent? And she said, and I quote, the world forgave Dick Cheney for his accent in Mary Poppins. Pretty sure Dick Cheney at no point, former Vice President of the United States, was in Mary Poppins. What she meant to say was Dick Van Dyke, who was in Mary Poppins, and in her high brain reached back into a list of dicks, which I unfortunately know is longer than I am generally okay with, and came out with the name Dick Cheney. And that is how Braveheart became one of the best comedies you can watch when you're high. All right, Indiana folks. How often do you have to come north of the border to purchase? How often do you think?
2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks? Okay. No, it's fair. And I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I have to come back all the time. I mean, fucking Edwardsburg. Usually I go up to Buchanan because I'm pretty sure there are more weed shops in Buchanan than there are actual people that live in Buchanan. Yeah, up to, was it 7 Engines, and they've got a couple other places. Yeah. They're all pretty good. It's going to come to Indiana eventually. I was a reporter in Indianapolis. Yes, I promise. I was a reporter in Indianapolis back when they had the last Sunday alcohol sales debate, right? And that's kind of what the comparison is, really. It's dumb. There's no fucking reason for it. They're doing it just because. I was inside the Indiana House chamber and heard one of the representatives come up, and he was against Sunday alcohol sales, and his reasoning was, when I was a kid, Sunday was the only day I knew that my dad wasn't going to come home drunk and beat me and my sisters. And I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking deep. Also, your dad's a fucking shitty alcoholic.
You know, it's hard to connect.
I don't know about you, but if you're physically and mentally dependent on a substance and it doesn't sell on Sunday, you fucking stock up on that shit on Saturday. How fucking stupid is your dad? He doesn't even know how to beat his goddamn kids properly. By the way, you don't have to be an alcoholic to beat your kids. Sometimes you can do it just because you want to.
You want a beer? You good?
No problem. I guess I'll be the first person to address the elephant in the womb, as it were. Oh yeah,
I'm black, so
abortion
I can tell you,
jokes.
it ain't that bad. Yeah, it
Prepare
get worse.
yourselves. It only gets worse from here. When I was in first grade, 6 years old, this is a true story, we had a mini election in the classroom. This was in 1996, the year that Bill Clinton was running against Bob Dole. And I was very much in favor of Bob Dole because I found out that Bill Clinton was pro-abortion. And my mom was pregnant at the time, and at 6 years old, I thought that meant, very innocently, that if Bill Clinton was elected president, my mom would have to abort her, my baby sister would get killed, bottom line. That's what I legitimately thought. I'm like, fuck it, Bill Clinton wins, someone's gonna show up and fucking kill this baby. So I was very pro-Bob Dole. Understand, I was 6. This was 1996. This is the exact same mindset of the fucking idiots that we're dealing with right now. They have the mental maturity of a dumb fucking kid from northern Indiana in 1996. You understand that? I shit my pants for the last time when I was 10. I was still 4 years away from shitting my pants for the very last time. And I was as emotionally and mentally mature as these fucking sticks that are sitting inside of Congress right now. Fuck Mitch McConnell. But don't worry, there's a solution. There's always a solution, right? Abortions for guns. Follow me on this one. Okay? We're going to create a program where Smith & Wesson gives out a free firearm every time a baby is aborted in the United States. The program starts with a simple act in Congress. We get all these fucking redneck yokels to start putting their names on shit, onto a list, so that way we know who they are, and every time a baby's aborted, they get a call, they get a magazine, they get to pick a gun. Oh my God, everyone's happy. I've got a new gun, and she got her abortion. I know that sounds bad, but you have to give a little to gain a little in this country. And frankly, at this point, if you give them the guns, you can keep your abortions. Something a little more patriotic. I happened to catch my daughter taking a shit and singing America the Beautiful last week. Can you imagine the tiny little voice that's coming from the other side, and it's, oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, plop. It has been a big year. 2022 is a big year for me. I am actually 3 days away from the day that my radio career effectively ended, a year away from that. I've been married now for 8 years this year. My wife and I have been together for 10, and my best friend died almost exactly 10 years ago. I found out about it through a press release in my own email. That shit will fuck you up. I was legitimately in therapy for 3 weeks, had to take time off work. He was my best friend of 16 years. We'd met when we were in second grade, and it was just, he was a brother. I miss him every day. So I did a show a couple weeks ago, and I was feeling really emotional, got high on the porch, and decided to send his old number a text, because for whatever reason, people do that. And I sent the text, and I didn't think anything about it. Now, you lay back, you close your eyes, you think about all your memories, fucking almost catching the house on fire, and breaking dishes in the fucking woods because we were mad at his mom. Like all these things, and I'm fucking really emotional, and my phone goes off. Probably whoever has that number now. It's been 10 years, right? Someone else has recycled that phone number. I expected maybe kind of a nice, warm, heartfelt sort of message. Hey, text this number anytime, let us know, whatever. Motherfucker responded with unsubscribe. That's my time, guys. Appreciate you.
Woo!
Give it up for Carl Dean!
Woo!
Sir.